Hey guys, in today's video, I interviewed another heating and air guy that, he's got some brand preferences different than mine. If you've ever seen any of my videos before, you know that I have brands that I love, brands that I kind of hang our hat on at Griffin Air, brands that we won't sell anything but that brand for one reason or another. And so because of that, I've reached out to other guys in this industry, guys that if you catch this video and you have a brand that you know and love and you'd love to share why you like that brand, let me know. I'd love to interview you. I'd love to hear why you like what you like. But this guy that I just interviewed, we're going to get to in just a second, but he is a fan of Rheem. Rheem's not a brand that I have a lot of experience selling. We've installed a few here and there, and of course we repair them from time to time, but I just thought it was interesting that his preferences were a little different than mine, and I wanted to go through that. So if you are in the market for a new heating and air system and you are considering a Rheem heat pump, furnace, whatever, check out this video and hopefully it will help you make a decision on whether or not it's a good fit for you. So let's get to it right now. Before we jump into Rheem, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, how long you've been in the business, and maybe share what you like about the heating and air business.
So I'm Ken, Florida technician. I'm in North Florida. I've been doing HVAC since 2019. I started off inside of the commercial install side of HVAC. So I'm doing a lot of new construction, everything from like mini splits, multi-head systems. We did a lot of rooftop units, etc. Now I'm a residential technician, so I'm inside of that part of the business now, but I do enjoy it. It's very challenging, but it keeps me on top of my game. Always learning something new, like interacting with customers, meeting new people, making new connections, and learning new things. So it's a good industry.
So you've done both. You've done commercial and residential, and now you do primarily residential. Is there a reason for that, or just that's where the company needed you?
Really, I went to school, HVAC school, my community college in Jacksonville. That's where I'm located at in particular. They actually had an HVAC program. I was in that for a year and studied it. So they kind of, really taught me more the residential side, more the servicing side, troubleshooting side, diagnosing things and stuff. So
Nice. So you've done a lot of different things.
yeah.
Yeah. So I know when we first met, we've been talking about a couple different brands, and you were saying that you were a fan of Rheem. And I, as somebody that might see this video, a lot of folks know that that's not really a brand that we install a lot of. I just, it's not one of the brands that I would say that I'm an expert at in comparison to other brands. There's some brands that, I could probably almost read you every model number if you just told me which system you're after, and I would not say Rheem is one of those. So
Right.
that said, if you wouldn't mind, just share, maybe some highlights. What do you like about the Rheem lineup?
So in particular, Rheem has a pretty fair price point, and a lot of their equipment that they make is actually it's pretty competitive. Considering what you're getting, you get quality parts. It's not really many problems that happen with these Rheems as far as I've experienced in my market. We don't really run into many problems with them. They do make inverter technology, so they're up there with some of the top names in the game with that. They have a uniqueness. They do use the N coil. You don't really see the N coil that often, especially in my market. A lot of other manufacturers have used A coil or a slant coil. I think that's very
Can
unique
I
in the fact
interrupt
they
you?
use that. So, yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
interrupt you real quick? So you said that you brought up that N coil. What's the advantage? Why would somebody even want that coil versus an A coil?
Typically the A coil doesn't generally have as much surface area as the N coil. So the N coil has an increased cooling capacity. You can move more, air across that coil and cool that air better. That's really the advantage to it. Just like a W coil, same thing. But something else to really consider too with the Rheems, they have that nice base pan on the condenser that's rust proof. So that's something that I see a lot, especially on units near the beach. The base pans just start rusting, they start tearing up accumulators, the bottom parts of the compressor. On the Rheem, you don't really see that.
Is that a big issue where you live? Like, you know, other brands, the bottom of the units are rusting out?
Yes. With bottoms, units like Daikins, Goodman's, Amonis, Carriers, Linuxes, the base pan will start to rust because depending if they're by the beach, a lot of our customers, they live near the beach side, live near the water. So, salt can corrode that bottom part of the unit. And that's just something, I kind of add to the build quality. It's nice that they think about those things. So
Well, is there anything else you want to add? Anything that they have or something that maybe the average homeowner, if they're looking at a couple different brands and Rheem is one of them?
yeah, think about this. Rheem actually had produced the first 14 SEER system for HVAC in the market, in the residential market. And 14 SEER is kind of the new standard all across the country, just about. If you also want to look at the scroll compressor, first company to use scroll compressors all across the lineup was Rheem. So I mean, they're innovators and they've been ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I would say one thing with Rheem from somebody that doesn't sell a lot of Rheem is I do have friends that won't sell anything else. So I've told homeowners that before. It's not a brand that maybe I would that I sell, but I have friends that won't sell anything else, right? So we all have our preferences. Some folks like
Definitely.
Ford, some folks like Chevrolet. And another thing that I will say about Rheem, and you could probably say this about a few different brands, but Rheem being one of them, is I feel like they don't major in the minors. They don't have bells and whistles that certain other brands have, but they're unnecessary bells and whistles, you know?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I figure what you're putting down. I mean, if you think about the company putting out a 14 SEER system in like the 90s, whenever the 14 SEER systems weren't all that common, whenever efficiency wasn't really thought about like that, it shows that they had to be, thinking somewhat about the future. Even with their new prestige models that are inverter, they're getting 20 and a half SEER, excellent dehumidification across the board, good price point also, might I add, and again, good build quality. Whenever you see the Rheem, the metal on its quality, whenever you take the case off, the case on it feels quality. You don't have that problem with insulation falling off of it like other systems. So I mean, that's just stuff that I put in mind. And also, again, uniqueness. Like I mentioned, the N Coil is unique to Rheem. I don't see many other manufacturers use it, so they're considering that as well for the homeowner. Also use the EEVs just like many other manufacturers with inverter technology, but they do it for a better price point. So good equipment in my opinion.
So that's it, guys. If you have a Rheem system and you like it or dislike it, please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.